Isaac Netero stands as one of the most iconic figures in the series, having served as the 12th chairman of the Hunter Association and widely acknowledged as one of the strongest nen users in history. A warrior at his core, Netero devoted his entire existence to perfecting his craft, mastering enhancement to an unparalleled degree. His signature nen ability, 100 type Guanyin Bodhisattva, manifests as a colossal multi-armed deity capable of unleashing devastatingly fast and powerful strikes within seconds. Netero complements this with 4 distinct techniques. Third Hand, which is a crushing clapping motion that traps targets between the Bodhisattva's hands. 99th Hand, a relentless barrage of palm strikes from each of the deity's arms that creates a massively powerful attack capable of carving deep into the earth. And his ultimate technique, Zero Hand, which is a last resort attack that channels all of Netero's entire aura reserves into one cataclysmic blast fired from the deity's mouth, unleashing an enormous flare of unmatched destructive force. Netero's most iconic moment comes during his confrontation with Meruem, the Chimera Ant King. Despite being severely outmatched in raw strength and endurance, Netero demonstrates the tactical brilliance and indomitable spirit that defines his character. Utilizing Guanyin Bodhisattva's incredible speed and precision, he launches an unrelenting assault against Meruem, maintaining tactical superiority throughout. Even when Meruem eventually adapts to his strategies, Netero forces the king into an exhausting battle that culminates in the ultimate gambit, the poor man's rose. By sacrificing his life, piercing his own heart to detonate the hidden bomb, Netero demonstrates his unwavering determination to protect humanity at any cost. Gotoh serves as a butler for the Zoldyck family, entrusted with watching over Killua Zoldyck. As a long-time and trusted servant, Gotoh approaches his duties with utmost seriousness, displaying unwavering loyalty and a stern demeanor. His signature nen ability, Coin Gatling, perfectly encapsulates his precision and lethality. He channels his aura to propel coins at incredible speeds, transforming them into high-velocity projectiles more lethal than conventional bullets, capable of penetrating flesh and overwhelming opponents with ease. When necessary, Gotoh can incorporate a rifling effect into his coins, sacrificing some velocity for increased penetrative power. The rifling is so intense that the coins maintain their spiraling trajectory and continue piercing targets even when momentarily impeded, like when we saw when they were shot against Hisoka's bungee gum. During the 13th Hunter Chairman election arc, Gotoh engages in combat with Hisoka while protecting Killua and Aluka. Demonstrating remarkable accuracy with his coin bullets, Gotoh proves himself a formidable opponent, showcasing both his combat prowess and his unwavering dedication to his duty. Despite his tactical acumen and powerful nen ability, Gotoh ultimately falls to Hisoka's bungee gum, which interestingly possesses both the properties of rubber and gum, but that's for a different video. In a cruel twist, Hisoka turns Gotoh's own coins against him, delivering a fatal blow in one fluid, efficient motion. Geto. In the realm of Heaven's Arena, Geto emerges as a formidable enhancer and former participant who first crossed paths with Gon and Killua during their early journey into mastering Nen. His combat style revolves around the strategic use of mechanical weapons, which he seemingly integrates with his 3 distinct nen abilities. His primary technique, Battle Waltz, involves launching dancing tops at tremendous velocities, creating a whirlwind of attacks that assail enemies from multiple angles simultaneously. Given the inherent simplicity of the spinning tops, their programming remains basic yet effective. Geto circumvents this limitation by commanding them to attack indiscriminately, except for himself, which inadvertently makes their movements highly unpredictable and difficult to counter. His most devastating technique, Tornado Top, enables him to transform himself into a human spinning top, utilizing his peg leg while shrouded in aura for both offensive strikes and defensive maneuvers, which are capable of repelling opponents with tremendous force upon contact. His final ability, Shotgun Blues, complements his arsenal by allowing him to rapidly deploy multiple spinning tops in quick succession, launching direct attacks at enemies with exceptional speed. Unlike Battle Waltz, these tops maintain a focused assault on their targets, making evasion particularly challenging. During their initial encounter, Geto thoroughly dominates Gon due to the latter's inexperience with Nen. However, their second meeting tells a different story. Gon cleverly exploits Geto's over-reliance on his spinning tops, enduring significant damage but ultimately turning the tide with his quick reflexes, coupled with his natural fighting instincts, successfully breaking Geto's leg and claiming victory. And really quick, if you enjoy straight to the point informative content like this, without any sorts of fluff, then consider liking this video and subscribing, and also clicking the link in the description below to support the channel by buying some merch. The merch looks pretty sweet, and it also keeps pesky sponsors from this channel. But anyway, Ikalgo. A unique figure in the Chimera Ant arc, Ikalgo transitions from adversary to invaluable ally of both Killua and Gon. Unlike fellow Chimera Ants, he possesses a contemplative nature and compassionate heart that ultimately lead him to question and reject the destructive path of his own kind. As an octopus chimera ant, he retains aquatic characteristics while favoring strategic combat over brute force. His primary nen ability, Living Dead Dolls, grants him the power to inhabit and control corpses, allowing him to manipulate their movements, voices, and even access their nen abilities. While typically residing in the host's head, Ikalgo can exit from various points of the body, though he cannot prevent natural decomposition. His secondary enhancement ability, Fleedom, enables him to transform 2 tentacles into an air rifle. When controlling a corpse, Ikalgo loads this weapon with specialized giant fleas, whose saliva contains potent anticoagulant properties, strong enough to affect even someone of Killua's caliber. These flea bullets demonstrate impressive range and velocity, capable of knocking unsuspecting targets back several meters. Initially struggling against Welfin's predatory abilities, Ikalgo proves his tactical prowess by exploiting the bunker's environment and employing psychological warfare to secure victory. Following the Chimera Ant arc's conclusion, Ikalgo survives to enjoy a peaceful existence after the Chimera Ant King's defeat. Bill. Within the intense drama of the Succession arc, Bill emerges as a crucial supporting character whose expertise as a botanist complements his abilities as an enhancer. Working alongside Kurapika as part of Prince Woble's security detail, Bill demonstrates exceptional composure and unwavering loyalty throughout their dangerous mission aboard the Black Whale. His nen ability Origeron exemplifies his enhancement affinity, allowing him to dramatically accelerate living organisms' growth by channeling aura through his palms. Though not primarily combat-oriented, Bill's resourcefulness and strength prove invaluable when collaborating with Kurapika to outmaneuver hostile forces, whether they be rival bodyguards or assassins targeting the royal family. His steadfast support and practical capabilities enable Kurapika to focus on broader strategic objectives, underlining Bill's essential role in their survival amid the chaos of the Succession War. Dogman. As the highest-ranking member of the Haoli family, Dogman has established himself as their most effective killer, combining sadistic tendencies with a sophisticated understanding of enhancement nen. His approach to combat likely emphasizes raw power and resilience, typical of enhancers who prioritize straightforward strength over complexity. Having reached level 62 through Morena's nen ability Contagion, Dogman's aura capacity and output have increased dramatically, allowing him to use Supernatural Smell, a specialized ability that enables him to detect enemy presence and makes it possible for him to identify a person's nen type from 5 meters away and nen proficiency from 2 meters away. His main combat potential, though, remains mostly unexplored at this point. Uvogin. A founding member of the Phantom Troupe, Uvogin exemplifies raw power as their number 11 member, harboring intense loyalty, particularly towards his best friend Nobunaga, who we'll be talking about in a bit. His reputation stems from immense physical prowess and unwavering battle confidence, perfectly embodying an enhancer's purest traits. His signature nen ability, Big Bang Impact, channels concentrated aura into his fist through Ko, amplifying his natural strength to catastrophic levels, enabling him to obliterate enemies with a single strike and withstand massive damage without hesitation. Uvogin's most impressive display occurs during his confrontation with the Shadow Beasts, the Mafia's elite fighters. Surrounded and outnumbered, he demonstrates overwhelming power by effortlessly defeating all 4 opponents. His Big Bang Impact creates devastating shockwaves that not only destroys his enemies, but leave massive craters in the ground, highlighting both his tremendous strength and absolute confidence. However, Uvogin meets his end in an epic battle against Kurapika, who seeks vengeance for the Kurta clan massacre. Despite his immense power, he falls to Kurapika's chain jail, specially designed to neutralize troop members. Kurapika exploits Uvogin's overconfidence, defeating him with a judgment chain through the heart, though Uvogin maintained his loyalty to the troop even in death. Castro. A prominent figure in Heaven's Arena, Castro came close to ascending to the prestigious position of Floor Master, earning him widespread respect for his exceptional might, endurance, and uniquely crafted battle style that merges enhancement with creative nen applications. His main nen ability, Tiger Bite Fist, channels enhanced aura into his hands, precisely mimicking the devastating power of tiger claws and fangs, enabling him to execute attacks with such ferocity that they can easily mutilate opponents. Although primarily an enhancer, Castro ambitiously and also foolishly extends into manipulation and conjuration to develop Double, creating a fully functional clone that perfectly mirrors his movements and attacks, in theory allowing him to overwhelm opponents with synchronized assaults of unprecedented precision. However, the complexity required to maintain Double demands extraordinary mental concentration and depletes significant aura reserves, ultimately leaving him vulnerable. It also can't be understated how this ability utilizes the 2 worst complementary affinities for enhancers, meaning the ability will never exceed a small percentage of Castro's overall potential. Having previously suffered defeat at Hisoka's hands, Castro channels every ounce of his being into their rematch, initially gaining the upper hand through masterful application of his double technique in landing several decisive blows. However, Hisoka's superior nen mastery and psychological warfare ultimately exposed the fundamental weakness in Castro's strategy, the severe aura drain caused by double, and the small details that distinguish the clone from Castro. This strategic oversight leads to Castro's downfall as Hisoka systematically dismantles his technique before ending his life in a particularly brutal and humiliating fashion. Komugi. Emerging as a pivotal figure in the Chimera Ant arc, Komugi represents humanity's resilience and complexity through her role as a blind Gungi prodigy from humble origins. Her enhancement Nen manifests uniquely, rapidly evolving her gaming abilities after each match. Enhancement seems to give her a boost in mental capacity instead of the usual physical one. Her significance grows when summoned to challenge Meruem, the Chimera Ant King, in Gungi. Initially dismissed, her brilliant strategies, humble nature, and unwavering dedication earn Meruem's deepest respect and admiration, fostering an unprecedented bond. Through countless matches, she consistently outmaneuvers the king, demonstrating extraordinary mental acuity and focus. Beyond the game, her influence profoundly transforms Meruem, revealing his capacity for compassion and self-reflection, fundamentally altering his view on humanity. Their story concludes tragically, as both succumb to radiation poisoning. Maha Zoldyck. Within the legendary Zoldyck assassin family, Maha Zoldyck stands as the eldest known member, a figure whose reputation precedes his mysterious presence. As family patriarch, he embodies generations of unparalleled assassination expertise and lethal precision. Though not explicitly confirmed, his enhancement affinity aligns with his renowned physical prowess as an assassin. While his direct appearances remain limited, Maha's historical significance resonates throughout the series, particularly through his legendary encounter with Isaac Netero. The fact that Netero is known as the only one to survive a battle with Maha cements the latter's position among the series' most formidable figures. Speculation suggests his true identity is Zig Zoldyck, one of two companions who ventured with Netero to the Dark Continent in years past. Nobunaga Hazama. A founding member of the Phantom Troupe, Nobunaga distinguishes himself through exceptional swordsmanship and unwavering loyalty. His boisterous personality and quick temper belly masterful combat abilities, especially in close-quarter sword fighting. His enhancement affinity perfectly complements his katana expertise, allowing him to amplify his speed, precision, and striking power during combat, though a specific nen ability remains undisclosed. Nobunaga's most compelling moment occurs during his confrontation with Gon and Killua in York New City. Though brief, the encounter showcases his extraordinary reflexes and swordsmanship when he intercepts Killua's escape attempt, positioning himself with his blade ready before Killua can even react, demonstrating his mastery over close combat and establishing himself as one of the troupe's most dangerous members in close-range encounters. Orage. As a member of the Heoli family, Orage embodies the group's sadistic tendencies while maintaining steadfast obedience to their cause. Having reached level 21 through Morena's Nen ability, his enhanced aura capacity and output hint at a significant combat potential, though a specific Nen ability remains unrevealed. While his combat appearances remain limited, Orage demonstrates impressive reflexes when intercepting a thrown knife with a book in order to protect an ally, suggesting his enhancement abilities significantly boost his physical capabilities. Palm Siberia. Within the complex narrative of the Chimera Ant arc, Palm Siberia emerges as an emotionally intricate and unpredictable character, whose volatile nature hides her exceptional capabilities as an enhancer. Initially training under Nalv's guidance, Palm develops an intense dedication to her mission as a hunter, while simultaneously forming a deeply protective and eventually romantic attachment to Gon during their time together. Her primary Nen ability, Wink Blue, demonstrates remarkable sophistication, allowing her to register anyone she observes with her right eye in her crystal ball, maintaining constant surveillance through her left eye, regardless of the distance or obstacles. Her defensive technique, Black Widow, showcases creative applications of her abilities, utilizing her own hair to form an elegant yet protective dress and wide-brimmed hat that shields her from enemy attacks, enabling her to focus all of her aura into offensive co-strikes rather than dividing it between attack and defense. The most significant transformation in Palm's journey occurs during her capture by the Chimera Ants, where she undergoes both physical metamorphosis into a hybrid and initial mental conditioning. Yet despite these profound changes, the core of Palm's humanity perseveres. Her unwavering spirit and loyalty to her comrades ends up shining through as she overcomes her conditioning, becoming a crucial ally in the fight against the Ants again. Finks McCub. As the number 5 member of the Phantom Troupe, Finks commands respect through his reliability and fierce loyalty, particularly evident in his close partnership with Phaeton. Though his impulsive nature and hot-headed demeanor might suggest otherwise, he demonstrates refined fighting skills and a deep camaraderie with his fellow troop members. His enhancement affinity perfectly suits his direct combat approach, manifesting in his devastating Nen ability, Ripper Cyclotron. This technique allows him to multiply his punch's power by winding up his arm like a spring. The more rotations, the greater the destructive force, making it an exceptionally versatile close combat ability. Finks demonstrates this devastating power during the Chimera Ant arc against the Gorilla Ant. While not fully unleashed in this encounter, his technique's reputation suggests catastrophic potential. Rabid Dog. As a formidable member of the Shadow Beasts, the elite Nen-using guard force serving the 10 Dons within the Mafia community, Rabid Dog poses a unique use of enhancement. His personality aligns seamlessly with his enhancement type ability, called Poison Fangs, a technique that dramatically amplifies his jaw strength and the lethal sharpness of his poisonous teeth, allowing him to inject powerful neurotoxins capable of paralyzing even the most formidable opponents with a single bite. During the Shadow Beast's coordinated assault on Uvogin, Rabid Dog demonstrates the true extent of his capabilities in a display of both power and tactical precision. Rabid Dog seizes a crucial opening to tear away a significant portion of flesh from Uvogin's shoulder, achieving the remarkable feat of penetrating the spider's seemingly impervious skin using nothing but enhanced teeth. Pressing his advantage, Rabid Dog executes a second strategic strike, sinking his fangs into Uvogin's thigh, while confidently taunting his increasingly unsteady opponent. His tactical prowess shines as he expertly evades Uvogin's retaliations, patiently waiting for his neurotoxins to take full effect, until the mighty spider finally succumbs to paralysis and collapses to the ground. However, Rabid Dog's triumph is short-lived, as Uvogin eventually overcomes the paralysis through sheer force of will, leading to Rabid Dog's ultimate demise at the hands of the enraged Phantom Troupe member. Ramat. Emerging as an officer within Colt's squad during the Chimera Ant arc, Ramat stands out as an aggressive, violence-loving character among the early Chimera Ant soldiers. His significance grows as one of the first ants to awaken Nen abilities after exposure to Gonin Killua's aura. As an enhancer, his physical capabilities reach impressive heights, complemented by his signature ability Feather Blades, transforming his arm feathers into lethal cutting implements. His Nen mastery extends to fundamental techniques, including Zetsu, Ten, Ren, and Gyo. Following his Nen awakening, Ramat seeks revenge against Gonin Killua, but gravely underestimates his opponent's growth, leading to a quick and humiliating death at the hands of Killua. Tevelaris. Within the Haoli family's ranks, Tevelaris emerges as a tense, easily provoked individual, whose enhancement abilities are amplified by reaching level 51 through Morena's contagion. While being at such a high level likely means significant increases in both aura quantity and output, his specific Nen ability remains undefined. His lack of combat appearances maintains an air of mystery around his true capabilities, leaving his potential unexplored in the series, at least to this point. Wing. As a pivotal mentor figure introduced in Heaven's Arena, Wing brings his experience as Biscuit Kruger's disciple to guide the next generation of Nen users. Though his personal Nen ability remains unknown, his comprehensive understanding of Nen principles makes him an invaluable teacher, specifically in instructing the 4 fundamental techniques, Ten, Zetsu, Ren, and Hatsu. His measured yet firm teaching approach proves crucial in developing Gonin Killua's potential. Recognizing their exceptional promise, Wing takes the calculated risk of teaching them Nen despite its dangers. This foundational training enables them to awaken their aura nodes and develop crucial defensive capabilities, setting the stage for their remarkable growth throughout the series. His guidance leaves an undeniable mark on both students, contributing significantly to their future success. Ziho. A member of both Team Hans and Kazula's alliance in Greed Island, Ziho is likely one of the weaker enhancers shown in the series. Despite his confidence in physical capabilities, his weakness as an enhancer becomes apparent through his inability to even produce Ren, or develop a unique Nen ability. His limitations are so evident that Killua assesses that he could defeat Zeho without implying Nen. This assessment proves accurate when he fails to move Bopobo even slightly during their confrontation, resulting in a swift defeat. Gon Freaks. As the central protagonist of the series, and the son of legendary hunter Jing Freaks, Gon embarks on an extraordinary journey to follow his father's footsteps, while demonstrating remarkable natural talent for Nen, and an unshakable spirit. His affinity for enhancement manifests in his signature ability, Jajanken. an ingeniously straightforward yet effective adaptation of rock, paper, scissors, transformed into powerful combat techniques. Rock, his primary and most devastating attack, channels his natural enhancement affinity into a close-range punch of extraordinary power, surpassing the destructive capability of a standard Ko-strike by a significant margin. His secondary technique, Scissors, demonstrates his ability to transmute his aura into an extended blade projected from his fingers, providing effective mid-range combat options, while Paper employs a mission to launch a concentrated sphere of aura as a ranged attack, though at reduced power, due to its distance from his natural enhancement affinity. The discovery of Kite's tragic fate triggers a profound transformation in Gon, as overwhelming grief and vengeful rage drive him to make the ultimate sacrifice, trading all his future Nen potential to achieve an immediate adult transformation, instantly gaining physical capabilities equivalent to those he would have possessed in his prime. In this transformed state, his enhancement abilities, aura output, and reserves reach unprecedented levels, enabling him to completely overwhelm Pito with devastating force. The true extent of this power manifests in the most catastrophic version of Jajanken Rock ever witnessed in the series, absolutely crushing Pito with a single strike, delivering a final merciless assault, even after her body had already died. Killua later observes that achieving such power would normally require decades of intense training, highlighting the magnitude of Gon's sacrifice. However, this immense power extracts a terrible price. Gon's body suffers critical damage, permanently losing all Nen abilities and sacrificing a portion of his natural lifespan. Only through Killua's desperate intervention and Nanika's power does Gon survive this near-fatal transformation, though this moment marks a decisive turning point in his journey, as he must now confront life without Nen abilities that once defined his path forward. Ending the list of Nen enhancers, click the video you see on your screen right now to learn about every Nen specialist, and we'll see you there.